Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We live. We back, man. Welcome back. I'm your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. This is the Golden Goose DFS show. The leaders in single entry 3 max and 20 max content. So if that's your particular style of play, man, you landed in one of the best spots you can be in. Even if it's not, I promise you, this is one of the best spots you can be in if you're playing NBA DFS. Go on and hit that subscribe button. Turn your notification bells on so you know when the videos and content drop. Also, do me a small favor, man. Hit that like button for your boy. It helps the channel grow. It's greatly appreciated, and I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. This is my starting five. Let's talk about it. But before we do, you know we got my lineup review. Just going over my best lineups from yesterday's previous slate, all right? Like I said, man, just still keeping it light. I'm strict, man. I stay to my guns. I say the first 2 weeks of every NBA season, I keep it super light. I like 2 weeks just to give me some data and to get a feel for these teams, their rotations, how they trying to play. So we just keep it super light the first 2 weeks. We gonna slowly start to ramp it up starting next week, though. We gonna ramp it up and get to our normal contest, but this is just a $20 quarterbacks again. Came in 684th place. Put up 311, man. You can see the lineup here. Got Jamal Murray at 6% on, 44 fantasy points. Just okay here in this spot. At 7,900. Needed a little more from him, but I'll take it. Was just trying to get different, as I knew. I like some chalkier pieces today. If you saw my video yesterday, you know I talked about Brogdon. I told you he'll be super chalk with no Scoot Henderson and Anthony Simons over there. I like Jalen Williams, but I thought he'll be chalky. He came in a little lower than expected. I thought he'd be up here to this 45% near where Brogdon was, but didn't quite go that route, but Jamal Murray was okay for us. Went back to Zach LaVine at 7,400. He was solid with 44 fantasy points. Kamara, I'm not quite sure how to say it, but got a little more ownership than expected as more people went here. Just a guy we identified that should see an uptick in minutes with Simons and Scoot Henderson being out there. Not being out there. He did see the uptick in minutes, got to 31 minutes, just didn't quite give us the performance we was expecting from him with the increased minutes. But, you know, what are you going to do? You're going to take the chances. I thought he would come in a little lower than this, but 20%, not too bad. But 14 fantasy points at 3,700. Didn't destroy us, but it didn't help us either. Josh Hart was solid. It was another value piece once we got the news that confirmed that R.J. Barrett was out once again. Miles Turner, just another way to try to get different here. I actually went here hoping they would still be without Jared Allen. That's gonna be less one less body that Miles Turner had to battle down low. I thought he would be in line for a double-double here. Didn't quite get the double-double like I expected, but gave us a bigger scoring performance from him, 27 fantasy points, so he ended up having a nice day. I also added 2 blocks, 2 steals, and 47 fantasy points for Miles Turner. Very solid. Malcolm Brogdon, everybody's chalk, did exactly what was expected from him. 54 fantasy points. I don't know if that was expected from him, but it was expected he would have a good performance here, hence the high ownership, and he definitely paid off everybody that played him. Jalen Williams got off to a rocky start, man, but picked it up. Could have had a much better game. He was missing so many close shots at the rim the first half, man. He left about 8 to 10 real life points on the table, so you could have had a better fantasy points from Jalen Williams. It was solid. I'd take it. He came back to not destroy us. And then Jeremy Grant here at 24%, another Portland player that had a nice outing, man. I was on a lot of those Portland guys, like a lot of people, hence why we try to get different with plays like Murray and Miles Turner. But 311 was solid over there. Let's go check out my lineup on FanDuel. Man, 371 usually pay you off a little higher than this, but it was a high scoring night over here on FanDuel. I think the winning lineup had like 425 or something crazy like that. But still the same thing over here. This is the 25-cent contest as well. Like I said, just keep it super light. We'll ramp it up starting next week. But Isaiah Joe here, 10% on, just trying to get to a different piece of that Thunder backcourt or those Thunder guys with no SGA over there. You know, SGA being out opens up so much usage for everybody across the board. Was trying to get different here. He's a guy going back to last year that whenever SGA was out, he would step in to increase minutes, and he had some big performances for you. So thought he'd be a little sneaky right here. Got him at 10% on, only 16 fantasy points. Hurt us here in this spot. Malcolm Brogdon once again. Desmond Bain crushed it. Really should have got more of him. And that's probably a hindsight on my part, a little leak I could fix. I got the Desmond Bain. I got plenty of them, like 30-40%, but not nearly enough, especially with how much I had those Portland guys. Like I said, it was 2 to 3 Portland guys on every lineup. Maybe should have got some more Bane, maybe a little more Jaren Jackson. But this game kind of was like a little mini stack, as you can see right here. I had Brogdon and Sharp with Bane and Jackson. Probably should did a little more of that. If that game was, that's the one that went. Yeah, I think they went to overtime over there, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it was a long night, man. I don't quite remember. But Desmond Bain solid. Shadon Sharp was just okay. Needed a bigger performance from him. Josh Hart once again. Jalen Williams once again. I just had him everywhere. Brogdon and Jalen Williams was in just about everything for me, man. When I tell you I be all in on somebody, I be all in. And I had a lot of Brogdon, a lot of Jalen Williams. Jaren Jackson here was very solid. 54 fantasy points out of him. Aaron Gordon down here gave us 41 fantasy points. And then I went to Vooch. Thought he would have a much bigger game than this, man. Especially with the Nets not having a true center down there. I thought it would be a spot he could just have his way and clean up on the glass. He was 13 points, 13 boards is solid, but I need a little more from him here in this spot. Thought I would get a little more, especially with him battling the likes of Ben Simmons and Dorian Finney-Smith down there on the block. But it didn't work out for a 33 fantasy point. But there you have it, man. 371, my best lineup on FanDuel. But let's get into what you came for, this starting five on today's slate, all right? Nice little 7-gamer here. I already got some injury news. We know Fox is out. I'm waiting on some more Brandon Ingram news, but definitely if he's out, that gets me to my point guard, C.J. McCollum. I think we can go right back to the well here if Brandon Ingram is out. Now, if Brandon Ingram is out, we're going to have to adjust and figure it out. But McCollum has been playing very solid to start the year, been playing solid in Ingram's absence. And like I said, I think we can go right back to the well. It's going to be the him and Zion show with no Brandon Ingram out there, all right? At the shooting guard, going to Cole Anthony. No, oh my God, drawing a blank. No Markelle Fultz last time out. Maybe he plays, maybe he doesn't. It's strictly an injury play. Keep your eye on that news. If Fultz plays, I will be out on Anthony. I may go back to Jordan Hawkins if Ingram is out. I think I might take that experience again. Hopefully he doesn't come in. I don't think he'll come in super high on, especially with him laying a dud last time. So if Markelle Fultz is playing, I'll probably take this down to Hawkins, or we'll find a pivot if Ingram is playing. But for right now, if Fultz is out, I like going right back to Cole Anthony. Saw 30-31 minutes last time, performed very solidly. This is a guy that has been playing well off the bench. They say he want that starting spot back, so this is his time to show it, man, right here, especially in matchups like this against the Lakers. I like going back to Cole Anthony if Markelle Fultz is out. At the small forward, don't mind going to Brandon Miller here. 5,500. Rough game last time out. Think saw a little foul trouble there. Didn't quite get the minutes, but he's been playing 30+ minutes to start the year. He's a wing, man. I like what I'm seeing. He looks to score the ball. He adds a little solid peripherals in there. Nice matchup here against the Pacers. I definitely don't mind going to him at 5,500. I think this is a price that's definitely going to come up as the season continues, man. He looks like to be a very solid rookie to start out. Like I said, it is early, but so far I'm liking what I'm seeing out of him. Don't mind going back to Brandon Miller at 5,500. Just got to avoid those fouls for us, young fella. At the power forward spot, could be a Mo Wagner alert. There is no Wendell Carter Jr. here in this matchup. Anticipating Mo Wagner getting the start. He's a very solid big. He is live for a double-double if he gets the start here in this spot. Now, I know this is one of the lower total games, but I don't mind going to this spot, especially with guys out. I think this just opens up for the door for more fantasy production for some of these mid-tier price guys like Cole Anthony and Mo Wagner here. So I like going to him. We seen Wagner in these spots get the start. Like I said, he's live for a double-double. He can give you a solid return at 5,100, provided he's staying out of foul trouble from guarding our center play, Anthony Davis, 9,900. I'm just going to keep going back to the well, man. He's the underpriced pay-up option on this slate. I'm going to go right back to him. The other, Jokic is okay. I don't really like the matchup, and the price is getting up there. This should be a little slower paced game, and he's on the second night of a back-to-back. Jason Tatum been playing well, but the Celtics are just crushing everybody. So you're not getting full run out of them, and you still got to worry about the other guys like Porzingis or Brown having a good game. So off of Jason Tatum here for me. Sabonis, I'm just not going to get there at 10-2. He just hasn't really paid off that salary. It's tough for him to pay off provided what he do, especially with no De'Aaron Fox. So it's going to lead me to Anthony Davis as my favorite pay-up option. Just been playing him all year. Will continue to do the same until I get uncomfortable with his price. I'm not uncomfortable with this 9,900 yet, so give me some more Anthony Davis. There you have it, your starting five for DraftKings. CJ McCollum, Cole Anthony, Brandon Miller, Mo Wagner, and Anthony Davis. Get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pools. They for sure going to be in mine. Go take a look at FanDuel and see what I'm feeling over there. All right. On the FanDuel side, at the top, man, I have some interest in LaMelo Ball at 8,300. The price is falling over here on FanDuel, and it's got my attention. I know he's on a minute limit, but it's a 33-minute limit. We've been seeing him get 33 minutes a couple of occasions this season, so I'm going to take it. That's his minutes limit. Now, that could be up at any time. He could go past that. Hopefully he does at 8,300, but at 33 minutes, 8,300, I think he can give you a nice return on this price tag here, man. You know he's going to push the ball. Going against these Pacers, I think he speeds the game up here. I like this game. One of the higher total games on the slate. People are going to want to get here. I want to get here. Give me some LaMelo Ball at 8,300. I take the price, this nice price discount on this minutes limit, all right? At the shooting guard, I'm going right back to Kevin Huerter. Played him last time out. We're still without De'Aaron Fox tonight. He was just okay. Nothing to write home about. Davion Mitchell had the better game. So he's probably going to draw a little more attention in this matchup, a little more ownership. That's how it works, man. People are so biased to their last performance they saw. And since they seen Davion Mitchell had a bigger performance last game, he's going to draw probably more ownership in this spot. I like getting Kevin Huerter. I think he comes in a little lower on. And he was solid last time out, just hasn't had that good night shooting yet. I think it could come right here in this spot against a young Houston Rockets team who I'm not concerned with their defense. Give me some Kevin Huerter at 5,600 going right back to the well. Should have some lower ownership in this matchup. At the small forward over here, I want to look at Cam Reddish. This is another injury-dependent play, but that's just how NBA works, man. You have to be at your computer before lock and before the last game block. There's injury news throughout the day. People are ruled out here and there. You can't set your lineup at 4:30 or 3 o'clock when you see this video and be like, hey, I'm good for the day, because guys get ruled out. Cam Reddish saw the start last time with no Taurean Prince over there. He's questionable in this spot. So provided Prince is out and Reddish gets the starts again, I think he's a solid value play. He played very well last time in the starting lineup. Didn't shoot the ball well, but he played well. Rebounds, assists, he had a block, a couple of steals, and that pays dividends on FanDuel where they count for 3 points. That's why we was heavy on Brook Lopez the other night. We didn't see him. I didn't think he would get 8 blocks, but we knew he had the potential for 3 or 4, and that's just so many more points over here on FanDuel. So if Cam Reddish is going to continue to contribute across the steals and blocks category, I think he's live in this spot, especially if he starts and gets the minute for this Lakers team. At the power forward spot, I want to look at Zion Williamson, 7,800. He finally showed me some rebounding acumen last game. Got 10 boards, finished 2 assists shy of a triple-double. This is another play that hinges on Brandon Ingram being out, because when Brandon Ingram plays, it just, spreads everything around. I'm gonna have interest in Zion if Brandon Ingram is out. I may still have a little interest in him if Brandon Ingram play. I just like the price tag over here, FanDuel 7,800. He's live for a double double, and I think Atlanta's gonna have trouble guarding him, defending him. I don't know who they're gonna start at this power forward. Capella gonna start out the game battling with Jonas Valanciunas down there. If Sadiq Bey gets this start again, Zion could absolutely destroy him on that block. If they go Jalen Johnson, they got to worry about foul trouble and still having to bring Sadiq Bey in. So I'm curious to see how they try to attack and play this matchup and guard Zion here with who and with what scheme. But he should absolutely destroy anybody they put on him. They might have to bring a Kongwu in or something to guard him. But if he's going to see Bey or Johnson, I think he can really have his way. I like looking at Zion Williams here at 7,800. And then the final blow, man, at the center. Going right back to Mo Wagner on FanDuel as well. Like I said, anticipating him getting a start here in this matchup with no Wendell Carter Jr. He's a double threat, very solid play. Just got to hope he avoids foul trouble guarding AD. But we seen Mo Wagner in these spots for the last season, even going back to last season. We seen him in these spots without Wendell Carter Jr. We seen him crush, but we also seen him fail. That's the nature of the beast. But I like him here in this spot if he gets to start. Pay attention to those starting lineups, guys. That's going to do it for us here today, man. Y'all know any questions, comments, or concern, leave them below in the comment section. I'll respond as soon as I see them. That's going to do it for us here today, man. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up. I'll catch y'all next time, all right? Let's get it.